Let's look at the Tennessee Titans' top 4 plays from their loss against the New York Jets. It's a Week 2 Tic Tac 4-pack on today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome into another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and I've been the host of the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked on Titans, for 6 seasons now. I'm also a certified film junkie, breaking down the X's and O's with you guys for free all year long. On today's film breakdown, it's time for our Week 2 Tic Tac 4-pack, where I break down the top 4 plays from the Tennessee Titans game this weekend. We got 2 plays on offense, 2 plays on defense. Excited to dive into them. Before I do want to thank you for tuning in to Tic Tac Titans. Make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed for year-round free Tennessee Titans film content. Also, throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a Titan up down in the chat. And with that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. Play number 1 of our Tic Tac 4-pack is just a simple jet sweep to Calvin Ridley. The Titans are going to bring Calvin Ridley in motion right here, and they're just going to hand the ball to him. And he takes it outside around the corner and gets into the end zone. Want to highlight a great block by Traylon Burks on this run as well. Got to give Burks credit when credit is due. Again, this is a great way to get the ball into your hands of your best playmaker. Use Calvin Ridley's speed as well. Touchdown Titans. So what I want to point out again here is the block by Traylon Burks. But watch Calvin Ridley right here. He literally points at the man that Traylon Burks needs to block. Calvin Ridley points directly at him. And worth noting that this cornerback is responsible for Burks. Because Burks starts going inside, he starts going inside. And by the time that he figures out it's a jet sweep, it's too late. And then you have Sauce Gardner coming over the top. And again, Sauce Gardner, fast player. Probably the best cornerback in the NFL. But he's not fast enough to keep up with Slide Ridley. The point. Touchdown Titans. Good stuff, Ridley. All right, play number 2 of the Tic Tac 4-pack. The deep bomb to Calvin Ridley for a touchdown. If I'm honest with you, this is not a great play for Will Levis. It works out because of an incredible play by Calvin Ridley here to catch this ball, but let's look at what happens. So the New York Jets run a cover 3, so deep third for the corner. This safety rolls back for deep middle. This cornerback over here has deep third. All right, and what the Titans are going to do is going to run kind of a stutter and go by Calvin Ridley right here. Tyler Boyd is going to come out into the flat. You're going to have Chigakonkwo run kind of a vertical route right here. And then DeAndre Hopkins is going to come on the drag route right through here. And look, this is a touchdown to Calvin Ridley because Calvin Ridley makes an incredible play. But the reality is this is a terrible read by Will Levis. Look where he's at right now. Look at DeAndre Hopkins. He's got his hands up. He's like, hey, man. Hey, I'm wide open. And look at all this space right here. Look at all this space. This guy's guarding here. This guy's guarding here. There is nobody on DeAndre Hopkins because this linebacker goes with Chigakonkwo on the vertical route. There's literally nobody here. What a great schemed up play by Brian Callahan. Get this ball to DeAndre Hopkins. Now, look, it turns into a 40-yard touchdown, so there are going to be people naturally in the comment section saying, how can you say it's a bad play? It turned into a touchdown. But if you ask Brian Callahan, why aren't we throwing this to DeAndre Hopkins? He's wide open, and Hopkins is pissed. Watch. Look at Hopkins with both his hands up. Why? And let's just say what happens here. This is a great catch by Calvin Ridley, but this is going to be an interception if you do this throw 10 times. 9 times out of 10, this is an interception by that safety who's breaking over. But the ball floats right in between them, and we can see it better on this angle right here. Good blocking by the offensive line, of course. But look at Hopkins wide open. Look at him. He's like, bro. And watch where this ball goes. Like, look. That's intercepted 9 times out of 10. It's intercepted. That's a bad throw. That's a bad read. But look at Calvin Ridley catch that ball and roll into the end zone. I mean, what a play by Calvin Ridley, man. He's been excellent. Slide on him, Rid. Man, this gets me fired up. Let's go, man. Play number 3 of the Tic Tac 4-pack. What I would call this like a cover 3 trap from the Tennessee Titans. That's the best name that I can come up with here. But the Titans are going to be in a 2-high shell. So notice that they're showing a 2-high safety look here for this play. But that's absolutely not what's going to happen, because you're going to see Kenneth Murray blitz at the bottom of the screen. Rodgers goes to throw to the blitz, which is what you should do, and it's not home. And he hesitates and takes the sack. So let's look at it again here, and I'll show you schematically what the Titans are doing. This is going to be, again, a cover 3. So you got deep third here from L'Jarius Sneed. 2-high safety look, which you'd think cover 4, cover 2, maybe cover 6. But no, the Titans are going to roll this into cover 3. You're going to have deep third up top here as well. And what's going to happen is you're going to have Kenneth Murray blitz right here. And with Kenneth Murray blitzing, you're also going to have Jalen Harold drop out into a zone right here. And the trap element of this is that Amani Hooker is going to come down from a 2-high safety look, and he's going to take this slot guy and sit right here. Okay? And you can see Aaron Rodgers, and I love running this to the trip side too with Jalen Harold, because Harold can be responsible for this inside guy if he sits down. You have somebody right here, and of course you have somebody right here. Like, everything is covered up. But watch what Aaron Rodgers does when he sees that the blitz comes from Kenneth Murray underneath. Bam. Look, he turns. It's like he knows. He saw the defensive end drop on the other side, and Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old and been playing NFL football forever, so he knows, oh, okay, they probably brought a blitz from the backside. So as soon as he flips his hips to look over to this side of the field, he is expecting to right away go here. But because Amani Hooker has trapped this, Rodgers doesn't want to throw it, and Ernest Jones is right here as well. So Rodgers doesn't want to throw to the hot receiver coming from the blitz because it's covered. This is great defensive stuff from Denard Wilson. He knows he can't, so he looks back to the other side. Again, Harold drop, covered. Roger McCreary, perfectly covered. Cheeto, perfectly covered. There is nowhere to go. So Rodgers says, okay, let me look at something else. Nothing there. Landry beats his man, and that's a sack. And good job by Harold Landry. He wins with speed at the top of the rush. I mean, this isn't like a flawless rep or anything like that, but this is hustle. Harold Landry plays with effort and hustle, and he's always running, he's always working. And eventually, if you run a race long enough between Harold Landry and an offensive tackle, Harold Landry's going to win. He's just a better athlete than these guys. And he wins that and takes him down. All right, so we get another disguised defense from the Titans on our 4th play of the Tic Tac 4-pack for week 2. So again, the Titans are in a 2-high safety look. But once again, Amani Hooker is going to be dropping down into a robber look while Quandre Diggs goes back and takes deep middle. So that's what they're going to do despite showing a 2-high safety look. And then you got man across the board otherwise. Rodgers looks, nobody home, and it leads him right into a sack. Again, this is going to be man coverage out of 2-high. This is a cover 1 robber look. So man right here, man right here, man right here, man right here. The linebackers are playing a banjo technique like we talked about last week. Banjo technique. So this guy's going to come here, this guy can go here, and they can flip man assignments. So the linebackers basically can flip man assignments if their men cross each other. So that's what they're doing there. You got man coverage down here with L'Jarius Sneed on Garrett Wilson. Then again, Amani Hooker slides down from a 2-high look into a robber roll over the middle, and Quandre Diggs is the deep middle. And the Titans just do a great job of eating all of it up. I mean, where's Rodgers going to go here? So look, you can see the linebackers switching assignments on the banjo. Boom, boom, they switch assignments. Sneed locked up. Cheeto locked up. Roger locked up with Amani Hooker right there to help him. There's nowhere for Rodgers to go here. This is great coverage. Leads to a sack. Look at it from the end zone angle. Watch the stunt that you see from Jeffrey Simmons. Simmons will come up the field like this, and then Landry will loop inside of him. Landry does a great job of pressing upfield before he starts to loop to get the offensive line working backwards. He doesn't just start his loop right away and alert the defense as to what's coming. He makes his way upfield a couple of steps and then hits the loop. Couple of steps, boom. Now I'm looping in. And look, once again, Jeffrey Simmons. Look at this. 2 guys on Simmons, and this center has come so far over here to help with Simmons that he can't. Joe Tippmann didn't have a bad game, though, if we're honest. Joe Tippmann out of Wisconsin, I believe. But because Tippmann slides so far in, worried about Simmons, it gives Harold Landry a clear path to get to Aaron Rodgers. Bam. 3 sacks in 2 weeks from Harold Landry. He's going nuts. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that Week 2 tic-tac 4-pack look. I know it was another loss. The Titans dropped to 0-2. Nobody is happy in Titan land. But there are some things to like on the tape. I'm going to get into it as we get through the rest of the week. I'm going to look at Ernest Jones. Great game for the Titans. I'm going to look at some more Will Levis, which may not be as great. And tomorrow I'm going to be breaking down J.C. Latham's performance. So make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed for that. But thumbs up on the video, tighten up down in the chat. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and as I always tell you, tighten up.